Ladies and gentlemen, Vera is just along the horizon, and they did a awesome breakdown stream that was quite long where we condensed that into a nice little package and just ramble at you guys for hopefully 10 minutes at minimum. First things first, Vera, along with some events, are along the horizon very, very soon here. Ruby will be the next character coming down the pipeline that we can wish on. What Vera actually has within it is incredible, a big-ass new map with distinctively different areas, which was a wonderful surprise. Not only a desert, an oasis-like area, but also a whole-ass city. On the topic of that city, it does seem to be very social-based, like there's a lot of social elements applied to the city, along with chests and some quests and some whole things like that. Also, the city looks absolutely batshit crazy. Neon lights, hip-hop sounds, disco, all that. Great. But I did notice that it seemed like it had a lot of social elements, like a bar, like a hangout, like some weirdly like lo-fi satisfying train rides, but sure. Okay. Weird. I'm into it though. Thank you. Also, we got to experience who Lynn is in terms of a personality, as well as Ruby. Both are lovely. Lynn's the classic student council president, a super achiever, but also has like the smallest skirt I've ever seen. But you know, do you? Anywho, we also got Ruby, who is the epitome of adorableness. Also, we got a little tease at Saki Fua. Saying that horribly, but yes, she likes toys, or she collects antiques. I think it's toys though. I think that's the joke, is that it's toys. Either that or Ruby thinks that antiques are toys. Both are cute. Anyways, the big thing that you guys should be aware of in terms of what we're going to be doing and why people are so excited for Vera, which is probably what the name of this video is because Vera is coming with a lot of end game content. Again, so like no one is coming out of this expansion without having something, it seems like, in their back pocket. Whether it's end game, which we'll talk about in a minute here, whether it's new characters, whether it's a new interest in new characters coming down the pipeline, whether it's rewards. There seems to be a crazy amount of rewards. In fact, let's talk about that next. It seems like outside of just running around, exploring, doing chests, quests, those kinds of things, in Vera specifically, it says that when you open up chests, you are going to be getting a currency for the new gachapon reward system, which seems to have a lot of crazy good rewards in it. This is also, it's the same thing that we've been used to of like the, gacha event, like Pez dispenser things, whatever they're called, old school gacha. But instead of it being attached to, a buyable currency, it's attached to opening chests in Vera. Now, the thing that I'm curious about is, are you able to buy everything from the shop, or are you limited by the currency that you're able to attain? So when they say chests, I don't know if they mean like the chests that are like one and done, and once you grab them, that's it. If that's what they mean by your, your attainment of this currency to wish in this gacha system. If that is the case, that's kind of unfortunate, but if they do allow you to basically use like lower level green chests, low blue chests, and you get currency from that, even if you have to use a key, then at least it's just a battle of attrition. You'll eventually be able to get all the good rewards in the gacha system, which I actually don't hate. It adds some spice, but never doesn't exclude you, so long as you keep pressure on it and do your daily chest farms and etc. Hopefully it's made like that. If not, a little shitty. Hopefully RNG's is in your favor, that kind of thing. As far as endgame is concerned, we have, it seems like, a lot of content here. We have new intense bosses, is what they basically clarified them as, which is really cool because what they drop is seemingly elemental aligned items, or a higher proclivity to drop elemental items. So say if you're really wanting a chest, I think it was armor. That's the only thing I think apply with elemental allegiance or leaning to. So I think that these bosses drop armor that is proficient in fire and physical, and electro and cryo, depending on the boss that you're going to go fight. The rewards are leaned in those directions. I don't think it's guaranteed, but sure as hell it's a nice attempt, and I assume we only can do that every once a week or something like that. The unfortunate thing is that these bosses, they kept saying, are incredibly hard. I hope that you can at least make a dent in moving in the right direction with a normal mode and a hard mode, just so you're able to even attempt such a thing. Another thing that they introduced, not to be confused with the intense bosses, which by the way look fantastic. You guys haven't seen gameplay this whole time, but it's another endgame activity that seems to be more akin with raids. Essentially, it's called the Gray Space Fissure. Words are hard, but yes. Can be found in the desert, or I imagine you can just open up a tab and ping to these dimensional tears. But essentially, they have an even harder boss. You have to be level 74 to even participate, and you have to have explored Vera up to 40% progression. So something that you're going to need to work towards. And it's also a team-based activity. Seems like it's kind of angled to be kind of a raid, but we'll see. A little worried on that. But needless to say, as far as there's actual things that's added, permanently added to the game in an update, along with chests and quests and new areas and new social environments, Genshin. Anyways, sorry. There's also new added things like new bosses to fight that require you to have team play, new raid bosses that seem like a nightmare hell. Also, just new cute bosses to fight, which also just give you a better chance of getting rewards and loot, along with something to hopefully get us to keep grinding in this gacha kind of pawn system. As long as we're able to get currency consistently over time, it's just a battle of attrition and less about RNG, which sounds awesome, especially as the carrot on the stick. Pushing you forward and always giving you another thing to do. So, needless to say, I am over the moon with this. This is like, again, we've experienced quite a bit of other games' big updates, which is just like, here's a new map, here's some quests, here's some story, goodbye, and that's it. Whereas this, we have permanently added stuff into the game. And this is the same type of game as it's mobile, it's all that stuff. Why, Genshin, have you not added permanent? You lying bitch. Anyways. Sorry, just there's no excuses anymore. I was fed bullshit the whole time when I was playing Genshin. Little rant. Genshin, where they're like, we can't add it because it'll be too much space. Shut up. Shut up, you're wrong. Anyway, needless to say, I'm very excited for Vera. On screen right now is essentially the rewards that they say that they're going to be giving us. This is where I'm excited, but I'm kind of confused about it. Sorry to not have all the answers, by the way, but this is one of those things that I'm not sure about. It says, I'm not sure if we're all getting these rewards. For some of it, it does say new players, but then it says like registered login stuff before this time period. And I'm like, does that apply to us? I hope they're not doing the thing where they just incentivize people coming into the game and don't actually reward people who are continuing to play it, like it, and spend money in it. I hope they're also going to throw us a bone. Fingers crossed. But alas, all things considered, man, I'm excited for the future. I like this game a lot. The fact that we have a whole new big-ass map, 2 completely polarizingly different areas to explore and hang out with. Also, the fact that it just seems like so much on top. They could have just given us a desert area, but they decided to give us a city of light, coupled with what seems like social elements, new bosses, new endgame activities, new characters to invest in. Also, I think the might, this is where I'm getting lost in the sauce when it comes to rewards, but are they giving us another free SSR like specific pick? Because that's nuts. I think it may just be for new players coming into the game, just in case they missed that. Also, big news, this game is coming to Steam, so people who want to have a more of a connected experience and not having to jump browsers all the time, shout out to you, it's here. Wish me luck on getting Ruby, because yup, if Lynn's next, golly hell, please let it be Sakifua. Ruby, Sakifua, and then Lynn. Oh, please, God. Oh, please, God. Also, if you want to know my ideal team, what I'm hoping to work towards in the future of Tower of Fantasy, check out this video right over here. It's my ideal team. Ruby is in there. We might make a video talking more about Ruby and her specifics, specifically what beta testers on Reddit have been saying, like where she is now and how she's been shifted and changed. I'm gonna try to take my opinion out of it because numbers are hard and Cobalt really is fun, but like, yeesh. Anyways.